Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix, trying to get comfortable here. All right, so as I'm recording this, the other reading is uploading on my laptop. When I tell you I'm blaming Mercury retrograde because the tech today has been acting really, really funny. Like, I went to 3 sites and had issues with all the websites, like weird things that were happening. So the collective money reading is uploading. This is the collective love reading. Whatever you listen to in this reading, however long you listen, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just person here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I could. Now that I said all of that, this right here, there's a lot of stuff behind this. Because when I was picking the decks of what I wanted to use, when I started with this particular deck here, which is the Angelic Love and Relationships Oracle deck, Truth came out, meaning that you have to have an honest relationship. And then Healing came out, which ended up at the bottom of the deck in the reading itself. And while I have it, I'm going to say, revitalize your heart. So some of you are going through a healing period. Now, when I was at the truth point, something said to me, and this is where it got weird. Because again, I hear stuff sometimes and it's whatever. So something said to me, someone needed to tell the truth about the abuse in their previous relationship. That is what I heard. And I'm like, because when I hear certain things, I'm like, okay, why am I hearing this? So I'm like, why would that come up out of all things with truth? I kid you not. When I pulled out this deck, which is the Essential Tarot, as I was setting things up, guess what was at the bottom of the deck? The Devil. I kid you not. I was like, oh, well, that makes sense now. Okay, so somebody was dealing with the devil, or they are dealing with the devil. So we're going to go through all of this and get to what's going on. I'm going to jump all over the place. Usually I start with the heart of the matter, but first I want to jump around. Let's start with this. So, card that came out, Passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Now, for some of you, this is very much the case, that you're very alluring right now. For others of you, this passion, this, what's the word? Not enchantment, even though enchantment is going through my head right now. There's another word. I'll say magnetism. This magnetism is in the past, where this is how the two of you came together. Now, there was something about this person that was magnetic. There was an attraction. And it was good. As a matter of fact, at the heart of the matter, we have sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. What I feel is that there's a few timelines going out here. One timeline. Someone is in the process of dating a new person, but they had a very, very rough past person, hence the devil. For another timeline, the intention was to honor the union because one party views the union as sacred, but the other party, the devil, that's where the issue is coming in at. Another thing at the heart of the matter is disagreements. Disagreements. And it says, agree to disagree. I feel like for some of you, you tried to agree to disagree. But with this person, and I'm going back to the passion, something just said this to me. This person, it isn't just the bedroom that they're passionate about. This person is passionate about everything. I feel like there might be an emotion, like they can be really emotional. For some reason, I just heard Scorpio in my head. So either you might be a Scorpio or somebody, or you may be dealing with a Scorpio that exhibits these qualities that I'm talking about. But I just feel they get worked up easily, which can be an issue, which can be the disagreements. Now, for some of you, surrounding card is ask. And it's saying, ask the angels for help with this relationship. But also, I want to go a step further with this card. Don't be afraid to ask for help, especially if there's some type of abuse going on, whether it's mental, emotional, physical, you name it. If there's some type of abuse going on, you don't want to hold that all in and deal with it yourself. What you want is a support system. Now, I believe for some of you that you've tried to compromise. Now, going back to the other timeline where if you've already moved on from this devil and you're in a relationship with someone else, or you're kind of starting things up, this compromise might be you being honest about what happened in the past. Because I feel like if you are starting something new and the previous person was the devil, it may affect your current setup where maybe you're not as open as you once were. Maybe where you may have moved a little bit fast in the past, now you're moving slowly in the present and going into the future. Because one thing I'm getting in my head that I'm hearing is that for whoever's going through this or has been through this, you're asking yourself, how could I have missed the signs? How could I have missed the red flags? Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. That's something I'm hearing. How could I miss the signs? How could I miss the red flags? If it was meant for you to see them, you would have saw them. Number one. Number two, there are a lot of great actors these days. A lot of great actors. I remember when one of my associates that I used to hang out with, he had first come to Los Angeles. This was like almost 20 years ago. He had first come to Los Angeles. And I said to him, don't trust anyone for now except me and then, my best friend at the time. And he's like, oh, okay. Ends up meeting some people. Ends up staying with the person because they clicked and everything else, whatever. So he was spending most of his time over there. The roommate of the person. Well, when my friend had a complaint, he actually told the roommate. And I'm like, why would you do that? Oh, they're good. I can trust them. I'm like, okay. And sure enough, the falling out happens a few months later because the roommate told the person that he was dating and pretty much crashing with on and off that things were said and this and that. And I'm like, see, I told you, this city is full of actors. I was like, don't forget, you're in Los Angeles, a city of actors. That's what I'm saying with this, with those of you who are kind of like, how did I miss it? Why didn't I catch it? Because the person was a very good actor. And yes, it sucks. I mean, I'm an intuitive and I don't catch anything. There are other people who are intuitives and they don't catch anything. Even non-intuitives where people are just really, really smart, they don't catch stuff sometimes. The point is that we're not God. We're not the divine. We don't know all. We can't see all, no matter how gifted we may be. So there will be people who get things past you. You can't dwell on, well, why didn't I catch it? Why didn't I see the red flags? All you can do is move forward. Part of moving forward is, especially into a relationship, a new one, is being able to meet someone halfway. Maybe you don't want to reveal everything up front, which is totally fine, nor should you. At the same time, you have to give somebody something to let them know, hey, I'm putting forth the effort. That's what this is talking about, where there's compromise. Now, for the ones of you who are still with the devil, this is talking about you've tried to compromise. You tried, and something, I almost bit my tongue. And that's the other thing too. You bit your tongue hoping, like you biting your tongue was a form of compromising for you. Where it's like, okay, I could say something about this, but I know how he or she is. It's going to rock the boat, then it's going to be an argument, then it might get physical and whatever. But you bit your tongue. You're like, you know what? That's how I'm going to compromise. I won't address certain things because I don't want to set this person off. But that didn't work. So, this is the other card that came out. It is, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Let me read this again for the people in the back. It says, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So that is another reason why you didn't see it, because it had to happen. In order for you to get to a certain blessing, you had to go through whatever it is you went through with this person, with this devil. You had to go through hell with the devil to step into heaven with an angel. That's what you had to do. Now, let me read the other one that's at the bottom of this oracle deck. It says, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So this is saying there needs to be some self-reflection, and 1111 came up when I was holding this up. So definitely there needs to be some self-reflection. Some of you might have met a twin flame. This new person. They might be your twin flame. But at the same time, you need to reflect to make sure that you can give all of you in this new relationship. Some of you, you may not even be in a new relationship. You just might be like, hey, I want to be single for now. That's fine. It's the perfect time for self-reflection. What I feel with this devil, if this has not happened yet, it is a strong possibility that it will. And we're about to talk about some of these other cards. I feel that you tried to leave, or you are trying to leave. And I also feel that your job will be the quote unquote reason why you leave, as an excuse, where it's like, oh, I got transferred to pick a city. Where it's like, let's say that you live in, I'm just making up something, Boise, Idaho. Let's say you live in Boise, Idaho. And your job has an opening in Charlotte, North Carolina. So you say to the person, oh, I can't stay here anymore because if I do, I lose my job and I have to work. So there's this opening in Charlotte, North Carolina. I have to take it because I have to make a living. This person may not have the resources to go to Charlotte, North Carolina with you. Oh well. And they may even try to stop you from going with journey reversed. But guess what? You're going. Wherever it is, you're going somewhere. You want to know how I know you're going? Because the Six of Swords came out. You're making a decision. Mind over heart. Air energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Moving away from something. Not dealing with the turbulence surrounding you. Coasting to calmer waters. Some of you might be moving to a place by the water. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The reason I know that this is probably job related is because at the heart of the matter, the Three of Pentacles came out. So, and for some of you, if it's not job related, it's a group effort, is what it is. Meaning that there are loved ones and friends around you who are like, they know your situation. Even if you haven't said anything, they know something's off. And they get together and give you the resources you need to get you out of that situation. Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And again, they may try to stop you, but they're not going to be able to. You know why? Because there's the Three of Cups. There's a celebration, is what's happening. Water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There's a celebration that you are moving out of this. Also, for some of you who are already dating someone, there is a celebration that may be occurring. Some of you, there could be an engagement coming up as well. If so, let's hope it happens after September the 4th. Don't forget, Venus is in retrograde right now. You don't want to do engagements. Just saying. You can. You have free will. You can do what you want to do. But Venus is in retrograde right now. Engagements, declarations, all of that other stuff is not recommended right now. All right. The other reason I know that you're leaving is because distant horizons came out. So that's letting me know this isn't going to be where you're moving 25 miles away. This is going to be where you're moving cross country or something like that. It's going to be distant. Now, for others of you who are single after the devil, you're traveling. Is what you're doing. You're traveling. I feel there may have been some roadblocks before, and maybe this person was the roadblock, because I feel for some of you, you did want to travel. You were looking to go places and see new things and learn new things and new cultures and stuff. Distant horizons was actually something of interest to you, but this person blocked it. Now, you're free as a bird. For others of you, you will be free as a bird. Now, I'm going to throw this out too. The other card that came out is bad health. I feel this person had you so stressed out it was affecting your health. Also, again, I do feel for some of you there was something physical here. Now, another timeline that I picked up as well is that this person, this devil, they're getting their karma. For some of you, they're getting their karma with bad health. They got some type of diagnosis or something is going on where, I don't know why liver is in my... Did this person drink a lot? If they drunk a lot, there may be something wrong with their liver that is affecting them. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It doesn't have to be the liver. Liver just came to mind. So, they're having bad health in one of these timelines. I'm telling you right now, they're asking to see you. You're going to say, no, I'm not traveling back to see you. They're going to ask because they're in bad health. And honestly, someone might be finding out they have cancer. Also, for someone else, their parent is in bad health. It's actually, for someone else, this is another timeline. So for one timeline, it's them. For another timeline, it's the parent. And the parent is in bad health, and they're going to try to use the parent being in bad health to get sympathy from you, to get you to travel back to them. But you're going to say, no, I'll send some flowers, I'm good. Send love to your dad, send love to your mom, I'm good. I'll send flowers or a little gift basket or something, but I'm not coming back. So yeah, but there's something with bad health. I feel like it's the person. That person, like I said, there may be something wrong with their liver, or they might get like a cancer diagnosis. Because I don't know why I'm thinking hospice when I'm looking at this. If it's a hospice thing, it's more than likely going to be cancer. If it isn't a hospice thing, it will more than likely be the liver, is what it will be. But regardless of what it is, you're not going back to that person. Now, obviously with the healing, also throwing this out too. With the job thing, the other part was occupation was at the bottom of the deck. So 3 of Pentacles and occupation. So that's how I know for some of you, your, I guess you could say, ticket out of there will be your occupation. Something that requires you to move and relocate where they can't go with you. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Now, also I want to throw something out. Someone is going to jail too. What's under this one? Thoughts. See, under occupation is thoughts. They're going to be thinking about you. When you leave, if you haven't left yet, they're going to be thinking about you. But guess what? Someone's more than likely going to jail because justice is at the bottom of the tarot deck. Now, this justice can just be things balancing out in your favor. It can be that. But I feel there's a timeline where someone's going to go to jail in one of the timelines. I don't know why. I feel like this person has done this more than once, especially if there's physical. I feel like you aren't the only one. And I also feel like they have something on record too. And if your situation comes to light, like it gets on the radar of law enforcement, the authorities, that's going to send them to jail. Is what's going to happen. So that's another thing. But the kicker is, even if they go to jail, you're still leaving the area. That's the kicker. Even if they go to jail, you're still leaving the area. Also, this could be after you leave the area, where something happens and then they end up in jail. But honestly, I feel like the timeline for this one with the jail will be for those of you who are still with the person and then something jumps off and it lands them in jail. Again, take what resonates, leave what does not. Now, cards that came after, which I thought this was amazing. You have the Six of Pentacles. Again, reciprocity, things balancing out. Unexpected surprises in a good way. Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Don't forget, at the heart of the matter, we have the Three of Pentacles. 3 plus 6 is 9. This gives me single energy, is what that gives me. Now, also, you have the Hierophant. So, going back to what I was talking about before, where someone might be doing an engagement, doing a proposal, with commitment and the Six of Pentacles, a surprise. Also with the material, because Pentacles deal with the 3D. A ring is 3D. Hierophant is Taurus energy. The Chariot, Cancer energy, which is a victory card. Also, the Chariot is about travel. It is also about not stopping, moving forward, taking control. I feel that is what you will be doing. And the healing, because if you notice here, again, bottom of the deck, heal. The healing is coming because the star, Aquarius energy, is at the bottom of the deck. Or should I say at the bottom of the spread. So with that, that is healing, that is direction, that is elevation, that is attention, that is a wish coming true. And also, it would be a reason to celebrate. So celebration is coming. Some of you, I just heard celebration twofold. So 2 things to celebrate about. But with all of this energy, whatever the timeline is, because I covered a lot of them, this person will be in the past. When they are in the past, you have to embrace the future, but remember what happened. You can forgive and everything else and move on, but also remember what happened. And also, don't be afraid to speak your truth about your past and about how you feel, especially as you're going into a new relationship or a new engagement. Congratulations, or what have you. All right, but the point is, goodbye devil. Thank God. Until next time, be blessed.